Okay, so in the second panel, we have the opportunity to have Antonio Marin, okay, mentor from the Madrid Mentoring Network, and Manuel Fuentes, here from at Cisneria, okay. It is a company that participates in one of the last editions, okay, that we have. And Antonio was one of the mentors that integrated the team. In this case, in this team that we created, there were 3 mentors, okay? So, well, maybe talking about the different mentors that one team or 2 or 3 mentors, in this case were 3, and I think that, well, maybe you can explain now the experience, but I think it was a good case, okay? So maybe, Manuel, we can start with a brief introduction about your company, okay? What are you doing at Cisneria? Maybe in order that the attendees can understand what are you doing. And also maybe talking about the main need that you had when you entered in the mentoring network.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. It's a pleasure. Well, Cisneria Engineering is a company which is specialized in optimization techniques and data analysis. We mainly develop software tools for supporting the decision making. In particular, we are producing software for mainly airlines for improving their planning processes and the operations management. So when we met, we were in a point where we had a main client, which was Vueling Airlines, which is quite big. So the situation was kind of special. We had a product ongoing, already under production there, but we had in that moment three main needs. The first one was to commercialize the product and to work some in the marketing. Okay, and the second one, and because of the nature of my company, was to reach international clients, because there are not so many airlines in Spain, so that was another need, to go out. And finally, we wanted to protect the intellectual property. Those were the main needs at that point, but on the ongoing of the sessions, we discovered that we had another one related to the financial advising, and that was when Antonio came.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Maybe Antonio, maybe talk about your experience. What about the mentoring process? Okay, where do you collaborate, in which part, and how do you think that it flow, the process?
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me also. No? Yes, well, in the case of Cisneria, when I was invited to join the team, we are 3 mentors. I was invited because I have a financial track record. No? I have worked in banks and in special financing. No? And I did some deals related to financing aircrafts and transportation. No? For this reason, I found this project very interesting, and we started talking about the equity. No? Cisneria is a special case because it's a startup that was already running. They had some customers, and they were generating revenues. And for this reason, they wanted to think in the future on how to structure better the equity. No? On this regard, what I did was to give them my knowledge, no, regarding the reasons for having a type or another of equity or subordinated debt, and which could be the implication from the tax authorities or from the investors. No?
Okay. Manuel, has it been a positive process? I suppose yes, but we are talking about successful stories, but maybe what are the main points that you consider that are more positive during these months, or maybe talking about how long you were in the process?
Yeah, It was, definitely. At the beginning, well, I have to admit that I was a little bit skeptical about the program. In fact, I was invited to apply. It was something like, well, it was nothing I was seeking for, but I gave it a chance, and it was one of the greatest things that has happened to me in this adventure for the last 3 years. So I've learned very much with all these sessions. We have had general sessions monthly, mainly, and in fact, if we have had a little bigger gaps between them, it was because of my fault, because of a lack of time, but they have been very useful. We have right now some contacts with international foreign companies, and also we have a patent pending. It's under study. We have done the English name, the capital increase, okay, after the advices of Antonio. So we are very happy about the process. In fact, I think the initial period for all decisions was like 6 months or something, but we extended the period because I asked it for you to. So I'm very happy. We have learned very much.
Yes, in fact, the part of the period is because normally when we start a project or when we create this team, normally the period are 6 months, okay, in order to collaborate each month, more or less. But when we see that a project is working fine and maybe they need more extra time, we can add more months. And in this case, I think that you finish with 9 or 10 months.
Yes.
So it was good, okay. And now I would like also to know, what about the relationship between the entrepreneur, the mentee, and the mentor? Maybe at the beginning of the process, when you maybe don't know each other, or with the 3 mentors, and after the end of the process. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I can say that at the beginning it was more a technical exchange of views, no? But after some meetings, no, we started a closer relationship, and well, we have talked about many things, no? I think I was more focused on giving ideas, no, about how to improve his pitches, no, because as he said, he was already selling his product to international airlines, no, and well, I thought that he could improve, adding some inputs, no, which could be very valued by international players.
Mm-hmm.
From my side, from the beginning, I felt very comfortable with them, and I have to say that through these months, I've made a few more friends. So, in fact, right now, which is officially ended, the program, we still have some communication because I really enjoy updating them with the latest news from Cisneria, because they are some kind of parents, spiritual ones, you know. So.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose that is the nice part of the mentoring process, that if it's a successful case that your project, maybe at the end of the project, you still continue having relationship, maybe it's easy to have some new advice or have a following up of the project. Maybe in your case, in your experience, because I suppose that you have mentored a lot of projects, have you had the opposite side? I mean, some project that maybe is not a successful case, okay? Maybe the opposite. What about the relationship in this case? You had a bad relation with the mentees, or?
You mean in other cases?
Yes, that maybe the relationship has not been.
No, the relationship in general is a question of feeling, no? And usually you can develop it or not, no? Normally I have no problems, and I try to help, no? Each case is different, and the situation of each startup is also different, no? Some people came with the idea or just half of the idea. without a business model, and then you need to start from zero. No? In other cases, they have already done something, and you need to adapt or to give some advice, no, to improve different things. No? But in general, it's a very satisfactory work. No?
Okay, perfect. Nowadays, Manuel, how is the situation of your company, of Fisneria? Okay, maybe how you have grown after the mentoring session, after the mentoring process, and how do you expect that maybe the company could be in the next few years?
Yeah. The thing is going slower than I would like to. We are focused on the air transport sector, mainly, not the only one, but mainly. And after the COVID, the situation is not very good. However, we have currently 6 engineers, all of them aerospace engineers, working in Fisneria. One of those is doing a PhD, an industrial PhD, which I am directing with another colleague from the university. So we are focusing right now, in this moment, in evolving our products after the ones based on my PhD thesis. And we strongly believe in technology transfer, so we are establishing collaborations with different universities and trying to make or build a bigger portfolio of tools while the situation gets better. However, we are currently opening to other business models just to adapt and just in case.
Okay, perfect, nice. And in your side, how do you expect that the company will grow in the next years? What will be the next stage of the company?
Well, the company has a good idea, no, and a good business model, but I think the most important thing is that they are creating a team, no? For what I have seen, no, I can say that the execution capacity of Manuel and the others is very good, no? And this is, for me, the most important key, no, to succeed, no, when you have a startup, no?
Okay.
I want to add, regarding the team, that every single engineer working for Fisneria has been previously a student of myself when I was teaching in the university.
Okay.
So I'm bringing the best to the company, so I'm very confident about that, about the future.
And just we have the last minute, so I would like to have in a few words. What advice would you share with another maybe company, startup that could be in this moment to have this mentoring part, okay, this mentoring process?
Yeah. Well, I think I have been working until some few years, no, and I started being involved with startups very recently, no. But what I think is very important to be constant, no, when you have an idea to find someone for guiding you, a mentor or an organization, and to be constant, no? To keep with your idea, to try to modulate your idea, to do it profitable.
Okay, perfect. And your side, Manuel, what advice would you like to share with another potential startup that maybe could join to the mentoring network?
Mainly thing is to believe in this, because it definitely adds value.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So quite clear. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I hope that it will be interesting for the attendees. And we move to the next panel. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.